Welcome back. Welcome back to our last class for life science. Hey guys, it has been a wonderful journey and we pray that everything goes well according to the plan. We are happy that we managed to reach our conclusion today, and then we see that soon we're gonna be going to the university. Let's go through the paper, and then we see how did we make it. Yes, any challenge, if you have any complication, if you think your answer is not correct, let me know in the comment section before I go offline. So don't wait for me to be offline. Yes, many people they tend not to comment when the time is still there. So please make sure that you comment when the time is still there. Okay, let's start without wasting time. Yes, what was the first question? What was the first question? I thank those people who have been here trying to follow us from the beginning until the end. Those people who watched our last minute discussion, all of you, those people who watched our prediction, I know that yes, you have made it. Let's go without wasting time. M.SAIDI as usual. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and also tell other people that, oh, there is a channel called Thundereduc. Yes, where we focus on quality. Question number 1. I don't have time to go through the objectives. Which one of the following organelles is a site for protein synthesis? I told you yesterday that when they talk about organelle, you think about two things. Number 1, that is ribosome nucleus. The rest, you don't think about them when it comes to protein synthesis. So the answer becomes A. So that is 2 marks. We go to the next question. In humans, gonosomes, remember these are sexy chromosomes. Gonosomes determine the gender. Which combination below shows the correct gonosome for male? You know that males are X and Y, while females are XX. So you are looking for that. So if you come there, you see that X and Y is C and A, while XX is C. So this one, because of it has no XX, so it makes it to be ruled out. So the most correct answer becomes C. So you get your 2 marks in there. An organism that has capital letter TT, that is the genotype. The correct term to describe the organism's genotype is capital T, capital T. It is because the same kind of letters or alleles, therefore we shall call them homo. But because they are dominant, if it was small letter, then it's a different story. Because it's dominant, so the answer is supposed to start with the word homo. So I have homo and I have homo. So these ones are out already. So here it becomes what is the first homozygous because it's dominant, therefore D becomes the most, so C becomes the most correct answer. So you get your 2 marks there. Yes, Down syndrome is a genetic disorder where an individual has an extra copy of chromosome number 21. Yes. You tell me even the comment and then I see if you guys you did follow our predictions. Yes. All right, which one of the following may lead to Down syndrome? Failure of the chromosome to replicate, out. Failure of the chromosome pair to separate during meiosis, looks to be correct. Failure of the chromosome to form pair during fertilization, nope. Failure of the chromosome pair to cross over during meiosis, out. So B becomes the most correct answer. We go to the next question. Gradual change in the characteristics of species over time is known as. Remember, we say that increase in the complexity of an organism is called what? Is called evolution. So since we are dealing with the biological evolution or biological or individuals which have life, you're not talking about the sun, the moon. So it's about life. Therefore, it becomes biological evolution. So D becomes the most correct answer. Yes. We continue to the next question. Which one of the following is a reproductive isolation mechanism? Reproductive isolation mechanism. This one deals with the things which make organisms not to have sex, not have, or if they have sex, they are not able to have babies, to separate them reproductively. That's the meaning of reproductive isolation. You separate reproductively. Now, mechanism. So number one, adaptation to the same pollinator. That is out. It cannot separate you because you have the same pollinator. Species courtship behavior. I don't think humans have the same behavior of courtship like dogs or like cats or like but humans, you are weird. Because you have different, you have dog style, you have cat style, you have the humans. Let me use another example. I don't think the dogs have the same style like cats. You understand? Of courtship. You understand? Yes. So it means that the most correct answer here becomes B. Courtship, species specific courtship behavior. Production of fertile, it is fertile, meaning that it can breed. It can what? It can produce into another baby. Breeding at the same, not different times of the year, same time of the year. That one is also, it's fine. You understand? So the most correct answer looks to be B. Analysis of mitochondrial DNA is an example of a line of evidence. We talked about this and emphasized it, and I say that when you talk about the evidence of evolution, we say that genetic evidence, the mitochondrial DNA is the evidence of out of Africa hypothesis. Yes, we say that mitochondrial DNA is an example of genetic evidence. If they ask you the evidence, you have to say genetic evidence. An example is mitochondrial DNA. You understand? Or Y chromosome. But Y chromosome, we don't talk about it anymore. So here they brought the example and they wanted the evidence. Therefore, mitochondrial DNA belongs to genetic evidence. Is it clear? Yes. So D becomes the most correct answer. Hey, let me see in the comment section. People are busy talking. All right, all right, all right. Don't lose hope. You'll make it. Yes, don't lose hope. You'll make it. All right, we continue the next question, which is which option in the table below shows the correct comparison between mitosis and meiosis? Which one is the correct comparison? If you look at meiosis and mitosis, they are looking for which one is the best. Okay, we find out that mitosis produce fodora cells, that is out. So it means that this is also out, because once one is wrong, then the rest is are wrong. Produce genetically different, that is out. Also is out. Chromosome number remain the same. Yeah, looks to be good. Division occurs 2 times. Nope, it is 1. Yeah? Do we have mitosis 1 and mitosis 2? Nope. We have mitosis. We don't have mitosis 1, we don't have mitosis 2. All right. We result in 4, so meaning that this one is also out. However much it result in 4, not 4 division, 2 division. Yes, therefore, that one becomes the most correct answer. So the answer becomes to be C. If you have a challenge, let me know in the comment section. Comment section. You know, some people, they just comment. Nah, your answer is wrong. No, man. Check yourself before you say, sir, your answer is wrong. However, if you see that is wrong, yes, sometimes when you are rushing and busy talking, you are gossiping, you end up saying something different. All right, let's continue. Which one of the following science discovered Tom Child? This one I've been saying it that they like it. I don't know why they like it. Is Raymond Dart. No discussion about it. If you want more, you go to the distinction material by M.SAIDI, grade 10, 11, and 12. All right, which one of the following is produced at the end of transcription? I said it. I said at end of transcription. What is transcription? Transcription is the formation of the polypeptide chain. But if the amino acids are more than 50, therefore it becomes a protein. And then translation, what did I say? Then transcription is the formation of the messenger RNA. Translation is the formation of polypeptide chain. So in this case, polypeptide chain, if it's more than 50 amino acid, therefore it becomes a protein. So if I see a protein or a polypeptide chain, I go with that answer. So A out, B out, C correct, D out, meaning that C becomes the most correct answer. They say the translation. They are not saying transcription. Transcription is the formation of the messenger RNA. They are saying translation. Thank you so much, guys, who got 20 out of 20. If you got 20 out of 20, congratulations. Who got 20 out of 20? If you did get 20 out of 20, still fine, because I know that you're gonna make it in other questions. All right, we continue to the next. Biological terms. When we got the biological term, the nucleic acid carrying hereditary information, we talked about it. It is DNA. DNA, we said yesterday, the functions of DNA, we said that it carries genetic information. Yes. So now they brought the question, and then, I think people who watched our prediction, who watch our predictions, you don't regret. Even ask other grades. Some grades, even you bring exactly the same question paper, the way we have predicted it, the way we have set it out, and we release our prediction sometimes 2, 3, 4 months, yes, in advance, so that there is no doubt. You can't say that sir copied or what. Yes, it's because of our analysis, our detailed analysis, and you see the paper is exactly the same. All right, thank you so much. Let's continue. Chromosome condition of the cell that has a single set of chromosome. We call them haploid because the single set, which means half the chromosome number. Therefore, it becomes haploid. Yes. Then they're saying that the structure that hold the two chromatids of chromosomes together. Two chromatids of, check like this, that they're looking for that central part, which is centromere. So that the answer, the type of RNA that carries specific amino acid to the site, according to the messenger RNA, according to the transfer RNA with the complementary anticodon, brings the required or specific amino acid to the ribosome. You see? So it becomes tRNA. The transfer RNA brings the required amino acid to the ribosome. You see? Correct. We got the next question, guys. We got the next question. What is the next question talking about? Analysis of DNA sample to identify individual or relationship between individuals. That is DNA profiling. DNA analysis of DNA sample to identify is analysis. They are talking about the technique which is used. So it's DNA profiling. Yes, not DNA profile. There's a difference between DNA profile and DNA profiling. Yes. The next question, they are saying, the group of similar organisms that are able to interbreed to produce fertile offspring. What is the answer there? Is a species. I've skipped. The arrangement of number structure of all chromosomes. If you talk about number and the structure of all chromosomes in the nucleus, whenever I talk about the nucleus, you come with the word carrier. The arrangement, I don't want to go to the distinction material book now to show you exactly. Everything is stipulated there. Yes, carrier. So number structure. So we need to know which type of nucleus is that. Therefore, it becomes karyotype. Which type of nucleus is that? We go to the next question. A group of similar organisms that are capable of interbreeding to produce fertile offspring. So we say that is a species. species. Yes. Then we are saying that we go to the next question. Yes, we go to the next question. Biological species is good. Biological species, as long as they see species, yeah, you get it right. Sir Saidi, I say DNA profile. When you say DNA profile, is a different story. Is a different story. It will depend on them. You know me, when I'm talking about, I only talk about KO. There are some other answers they accept. You understand? But when I'm teaching or when I'm trying to give a memorandum, I only give out those which are straight. But the other answers they discuss about and then they give you. You understand? Yes. So don't be too like you are too scared. Your answer is not is exactly the same. We are not the same people. You understand? I can't think exactly, I can't write exactly the same as you. So DNA profiling is a technique. DNA profile is the technique. When you use the technique, what you get is a DNA profile, but it will depend on them. So the correct answer here, the most correct answer, that's why I say the most correct answer is DNA profiling. Yes, I think even they can also give you DNA fingerprinting. Yes, we sometimes call it DNA fingerprinting, but I prefer calling it DNA profiling. Then they're saying that, is there any question they are saying? The phase of meiosis where paired chromosomes are arranged at the equator. The phase of meiosis where paired. You see the word pair, guys. Hey, you see that word pair? This word is a key point. Then chromosome, meaning that they are not single. They are in homologous pairs, meaning that they are like this. They are like this. They are looking for something like that. How do you call that phase? So that is mera, because it is in the middle. Mera phase at the equator, mera phase. But because they're in pairs, therefore it becomes mera phase 1 before they divide. So the most correct answer there is mera phase 1. Is it clear? Then they're saying that the biological process that produce genetically identical organisms, we said it, cloning. So guys, I think you got it right. Who got 9 out of 9? Guys, let's be honest. This year, life science was fair. Based on what we are discussing so far, life science was fair. You can't compare life science they have been doing and life science of today. So we expect to be the best performed subject in the world. All right, we go to the next question. The source of variation in population. Yes, source of variation in a population. Random fertilization, random mating. Yes, this is both A and B. Random mating, random fertilization. Yes. So the answer is A, both. Let me write. Don't ask me questions here. Both A and B. Now someone is going to say, what if I say both? What if I say A and B? I say the most correct answer is both A and B. Who discovered the structure of DNA? Yes, who discovered the structure of DNA? Here, who discovered the structure of DNA? I said it. James Watson and Francis Crick. James Watson and Francis Crick. They're saying who discovered the structure of DNA. So the answer is none. Yes. They're saying that Rosalind Franklin and Morris Wilkin, yes, they helped in the discovery of the structure of DNA. But it's not them who discovered based on the books. You understand? However much it's them who discovered the structure of DNA using X-ray diffraction pictures. You understand? They just say, once they say, I said it yesterday, that once they say who's discovered the structure of DNA, you just talk about James Watson and Francis Crick. Simple. So the answer is none. Occur during meiosis, karyokinesis, division of the nucleus, cytokinesis, division of the cytoplasm. Both A and B. Because the nucleus divides, that's why you have half the chromosome number. Yes, cytokinesis occur. That's why you have different cells forming. Therefore, the answer is both A and B. You understand? So that is it. I think we got it. Who got 6 out of 6? Someone saying simple. Hey, yo, I told you. Whom did you tell? All right, guys. I see you guys. You are getting good marks. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, I love it. Let's continue the next question. We talked about this yesterday, and even I showed you a simple diagram. Oh my God, I love you guys. Hey, oh, and I love this examiner today. Yeah, you just made my prediction on point. Thank you. All right. The diagram below represents the DNA molecule undergoing an important biological process. Yes. Hey, what is? I told you this. People, if you messed up when I emphasize this, hey, I'm gonna fight you. Okay, identify the process shown above because we are forming two new DNA. Therefore, is DNA replication. I expected everyone to get these answers. Okay. Chemical bond 1. I said we say weak. Don't ask me that if I didn't write weak. Weak, I told you yesterday. Weak hydrogen bonds. Yes. I said it in the last minute, what called the last I or last minute, that emphasizing all this. All right. Thank you. Collective name, that the same thing. We talked about it. Collective name for 1, 2, did I say 1? For 2, 3, and 4, they are looking for this. How do you call that? We said it's called a nucleotide. Good. Full name for nitrogenous base X. Oh, guys, some people lost marks here. They're saying 5. 5 is the same thing like, thank you so much. So, remember this one goes with this. So, if this is adenine, therefore this is thymine. Therefore, they are saying, if you wrote this, the answer is wrong. I'm sorry. Is wrong. Don't discuss. Don't even put it in the comment section. Is wrong because they said full name. So they want thymine. So they want you to write the whole word, not short form. Thymine. Simple. During which phase of cell cycle we said it? During which phase of cell cycle does it interphase? Interphase. Guys, if I told you, if you want a distinction material versus Thundereduc. Simple. Done. Life becomes simple for you. All right. Where is? I think I should even go for a holiday after this paper. Because the happiness I have in the heart, I hope is the same happiness you guys you have. Where in the cell does this process occur? Where in the cell? We say that it occurs in the nucleus. Guys, you make me beat myself, the tongues and stuff. Check what is DNA replication. So you identified it. When does it occur? Takes place. You see the answer is there. Where does it take place? We said it occurs in the nucleus. Why does it occur? I think I also saw that question. They're asking you, why is DNA replication occurs? What is the problem? What is the problem? Okay, we got the next question. We got this. We got the next question. Thank you so much. All right, in certain species of butterflies, one gene control wing spotted color and another control eye color. All right, wing spotted color and eye color. So they're saying that the wing spotted color is red. Meaning that if we come here, we shall say red is capital letter R, or gray. Gray meaning that is small letter R. And then while the color black is capital letter E, and brown, black. And then brown is capital letter E. All right. So now, since you know that, then we can answer the question. Name the type of cross represented above. Because we are involving two characters, therefore it's going to become dihybrid cross. Yes, the hybrid cross. They're saying name the dominant characteristic in each. The dominant characteristics is red, and then it's black. Yes, it's red and black because they said in each, meaning that red for what? The red is the color of what? Color of the eyes, and then black, eh? Red is the color of what? Color, spotted color, okay? Yes, of spots, and then brown. Yeah, red, and then black. We continue. We go to the next question. If you wrote the answer as scratched it with a pencil, if you wrote the answer and scratched it with a pencil, Nana, as long as you scratch it, my wife was acting up. Who is your wife? Hey, guys. Okay, let's continue to our discussion. I thought that you have question or you have some addition or what. This one saying I wrote hydrogen bond. Hey, Wena, it means you are not here on our discussion, on our last minute and prediction. But maybe they will give you. Don't stress about it. Maybe, I'm saying maybe. All right. The table below shows the phenotype and all possible genotypes of offsprings. Okay, you have red and brown. Red is spot. Oh, yeah. Red is for spot and brown, and then black is for spot. Yes. Red and brown. All right. Here you have possible phenotype. All, they are saying all possible genotypes. They are looking for all possible. So if you have red, so you can be red, capital R, isn't it? Brown, remember it is recessive, so can be capital R, or saying red and brown, capital R, and then small e. Or it can be capital R, and then small e. These are the two alternatives you supposed to talk about. Yes. Then we go the next thing. The next question. The next question, they are saying that all possible phenotypes of Y. Capital R is red, so it means that Y is gonna be red, and then capital E is black, so it's gonna be red and black. Yes, I think we got it. Someone is asking, where is the 4 marks? Why 4 marks? 4 marks, they will mark this, they will mark that, they will mark that, they will mark that. I hope if you get this right and this wrong, you lose one, you get another one. You understand? Or they can use the all or nothing law, meaning that you either get it all the 2 marks, or you lose all. You understand? Yes. If they are sympathetic to you, then they will say that capital R is a mark, is a mark, is a mark, is a mark, so that you have 4 marks. Then here is black. They are saying black, red and black. So because it is simple, it's easy to get the colors. Ne? So this one looks to be a little bit a higher order than this. That's why they give this one more marks than this. So 1 mark. The genotype of gametes produced by butterfly with gray spot and brown. We talked about this. Gray, so we have to look for gray. Gray is recessive. It cannot appear unless it is small r. And then brown is also recessive. It cannot appear also unless it is small r. So it means that all the gametes will be the same. Small r, small e. So that is the answer. Therefore, you get the what? Some people, I know that they wrote small r, small e, small r, small e, because there are supposed to be 4 of them. Small r, small e. Still, you get a mark. Don't stress about it. Yes. But if you wrote just small r, small e, still you get a mark. Yes. Thank you so much. Oh, the question is done. Oh, it was so nice. 9 out of 9. Who got 9 out of 9? 9 out of 9. Someone is saying I have got 47 out of 50. Congratulations. Thank you so much, guys. I see 42, 31. Yeah, I see 48, 40. I'm looking for 9 out of 9. Thank you. Yeah, I told you yesterday that you guys don't stress. Paper 2 is gonna be very simple, simpler than the paper 1. People are saying, sir, don't say, I know what I'm talking about. Don't ask me how did you know. I know because I know. I know because I teach you. Yes, I know that what I've taught you, it will come. Unless I've not taught you, then I'll tell you that it's gonna be more difficult. But if I've taught you, then I know that it will be simpler because I've talked about everything. Let's continue. Question number 2. Let's hunt for 50 marks again. Identify molecule Y. Molecule Y is this, which is the messenger RNA. If you wrote RNA, it's 0. It's supposed to be messenger RNA. Describe the process resulting in the formation of Y. You see, I told you yesterday that they're gonna ask you this. Describe the process which result in the formation of Y. You understand? Formation of Y. You mentioning that this is transcription is the first mark. Please, I said it. First mark, because they didn't mention it that it is transcription. So mentioning it, a mark. And it might be a compulsory mark that if you don't mention it, you lose a mark. You understand? Yes. So transcription is number 1. Then describe. DNA double helix unwind, weaker region bonds break, then it unzip to form 2 step. DNA double helix unwind, weaker region bonds break is the same thing like unzip if you use that. Forming 2 separate strands. I said you have to say 2 separate strands. That separate must be there. One acting as a template. That what one acting as a template is the marking point. For formation of messenger RNA using free floating RNA nucleotide from the nucleoplasm. So you describe that process. Everyone knows that. Yes. So even if I don't go through it, these are the process. I say that if they don't bring this, they bring this, they bring this. Simple. Give one so I'm not going to waste too much time there. So that process, if you don't know, you go back and then you check about it. As long as you know that that process was transcription. Give one structural difference between molecule X and molecule Y. Molecule X, where's molecule X? Oh, they are looking at the difference between DNA molecule and RNA molecule. That's what they are looking for. Did you fail it? They are saying structure, something which is structure. For example, it's double-stranded, it's single-stranded. It has thymine, it has uracil. Those one differences between DNA and RNA. As long as it is not functional. You understand? What that DNA carries genetic information, RNA carries coded information. You see? As long as it is structure, what you see, what is made up of, then they will give you a mark. Yes. Then they're saying that someone is saying that messenger RNA didn't have to say messenger RNA. mRNA it still is fine. Yes, mRNA is fine. If you wrote messenger RNA is still fine. If you said messenger ribonucleic acid, it still is fine. Give the sequence of base Z on strand 2. Sequence of let me clean up so that yes, they're saying give the sequence of bases at triplet Z. So triplet Z is this. Let me first clear up here. Triplet Z is here on strand 2. Strand 1 is here. Oh, so they are looking. Give the sequence of triplet. They are looking for DNA because strand 2 is DNA. Give the sequence of triplet Z. Okay, triplet Z is this. Or is this triplet Z on strand 2? Okay, so if messenger RNA is this, so what is DNA? So it's gonna be let's put it here so that you see it clear. Guys, here there is a simple trick. I think most of you got it wrong. Let's find it. It's supposed to be okay. If this is messenger and this is DNA, ne? And this is DNA, you understand? And this, because it's facing this side, it means that this was the template. Therefore, U goes with A goes with A goes with the T, and then T goes with the C, G. You understand? So if this is the first strand of DNA, what will be the second strand of messenger? Therefore, it's gonna be A goes with the T goes with the A, and then G goes with C. So the answer is TC. Oh my God, some people didn't get it right. Some people didn't get it right. TAC. The answer is TAC. Yes. That's why I said it's a little bit complicated if you don't know how to get it. Someone is saying how. Eh? Should I repeat it? It killed you. Sorry. Okay, let me do it again. Ne? The trick was simple. Do you know what is the trick? So that you are satisfied. So this is messenger. This is messenger RNA. This messenger RNA is facing that side. It means that this was obtained from this DNA. Meaning that if this messenger is U, then this side is gonna be what? Is gonna be U goes with T. U goes with A. You understand? A goes with T, and then C goes with G. So this is DNA, the first strand of DNA. Then the second strand of DNA. Remember this strand, let me call it strand 1 and strand 2, they are complementary. So I need to find out what is this complementary. So A will go with T, and then T will go with A. Are you seeing? And then G will go with C. That's why we say that this strand is TAC. I told you that something which looks simple in most cases look to be difficult if you don't read the question several times. I said read the question 3 times. It's just that you are so sure of your answer. All right. We continue. Give the structure difference. We are done. We are done with that. The table shows some of the amino acid coded for by codon on molecule Y. By codon on molecule Y. So we come back here and we look for molecule Y. Okay. Molecule Y is a messenger RNA. All right. Remember I told you that please make sure that you know how to change the codes. Code, codon, anticodon. So mRNA, molecule Y is a messenger RNA which has what you call codon. What is here is a codon. So meaning that I don't need to change anything. So they're saying identify the first and the last amino acid coded by this section of molecule Y. The first and the last. Because this, you don't need to change anything because this is messenger. I told you that and I said, please, I beg you, always correspond with this. This is codon and then this is also codon. So you are changing it to what? You are changing it to what? To anticodon. Here there is nothing like anticodon, so it's codon versus codon. Therefore it was very simple. You just read it the way it is. AGA, you look for AGA, which is arginine. So the first codon is arginine. Then the second one is CCA. I look for CCA, which is proline. Simple. The first one is arginine, the second one is the third one is proline. So simple. Arginine and proline. Haibana, bafethu. Yes. So that's why I'm saying that something which look to be simple in most cases tend to be difficult because you don't give it time because you see it easy. All right, we continue. We got the next question. I hope you guys you got 12 out of 12. We got the next question. 2.2. The diagram below represent the phase in meiosis, which is meiosis 2. So we don't know what is it. So we are just going to meiosis 2. They are saying that the diagram below represents phase of meiosis. Identify the phase of meiosis shown and above. So this is because this is, I told you, you have to rotate it. I told you that please rotate it like this so that this thing, they look in different angles. So the answer is, you see, it's separating, you see. So it is anaphase 2. You don't need even to think whether it's anaphase 1 or anaphase 2 because they said meiosis 2. So it's simple. Yeah, so it is anaphase 2. So the answer is identify the phase anaphase 2. State one difference between phase shown in the diagram above with that of meiosis 1, meaning that they want the difference between anaphase 1 and anaphase 2. For example, anaphase 1, homologous chromosomes separate opposite poles, while here the chromatids of the chromosome separate opposite poles. You understand? Yes. So you look at the difference between anaphase 1 and anaphase 2. That is the answer. If it is there and I've not talked about it, yes, as long as it is correct. State one difference between, okay, we're done. Identify structure A. Structure A, guys. Structure A is centriose. Centriose. Someone is going to say, what about centrosome? I don't know. Yeah, centriose. This is not a centrosome, is a centriole. So if you wrote centrosome, it will depend on the examiner. Then B is spindle. Yeah, spindle fibers or spindle threads. Yes, or spindles maybe. I don't know. But spindle fibers, spindle threads, those are the most correct answer. Describe the role of structure B. Yes, this one in cell division. They didn't say in this phase. They say in cell division, meaning that they hold the chromosome in position during metaphase, so that yes, one is on the different poles. You understand? Yes, along the equator. Or it also is very important in pulling the chromosome to opposite poles during anaphase. So you can talk about during anaphase, what is its function during anaphase. You can also talk about its function during metaphase. You understand? Because they didn't talk about this phase, they said during cell division. So it holds the chromosomes in position, yes, along the equator, so that now chromosomes are on different poles. You understand? Yes. Also, they contract and then they pull the chromosome to opposite poles, or chromatids to opposite poles. So as long as it is linked to that, I think you will get a mark. Sir, please predict Africa. Please predict my guys, don't say that. I can't predict your future. Your future will be bright. I'm telling you, God willing, your future is gonna be bright. Yes, you'll be bright, you'll have a lot of money, you'll enjoy life, you'll go outside the country, you enjoy different places. Yeah, all right, let's continue, guys. Draw the this is what I said. I want ish, man. Draw a labeled diagram representing the cell above, as it would happen. It would appear. It would have appeared in metaphase 2. Metaphase 2. Right now, guys, I think I saw it. Yes, this time they made it clear for you. But in most cases, they don't make it clear for you. So they made it clear and they said that make sure you have the correct shading. So a wise person, if you don't know, would have done this. If you don't know. But if you know, then it's fine. Then you turn this paper like this. Because now they said what? Which phase is it? They said in metaphase 2, meaning that I just bring it back. Yes. So these chromosomes were like this because the spindles are like this. You understand? Meaning that this was one chromosome and this was another chromosome. So you guys, you put the caption. So that is the first mark. The second mark, you draw this chromosome whereby you bring this chromosome together. meaning that that chromosome was like that, all of it is black, and then another chromosome was like that, chromatid, but this one is shaded. All of it was shaded like this. So that is the first mark. Yes, it was shaded like this. So that variation was very what? Was very important. Yes. Okay. Let me write it like that. It doesn't matter. I'm just drawing so that. Then this one. So this one is done. Then this one, you come back. You also draw it. Hey, I used a different color. It's fine, but it's supposed to be the same color. Yes, central. But now check this thing is this side, is not this side. So I shade it. I only shaded that part. You understand? Yes. And then now, because they said is meta phase, then you draw that. Holding, you see the function of the spindle fibers, they hold the chromosome along the equator. So now you tell us this cell membrane, then you tell us is centriole. As long as you have 3 points correct, you tell us this is a chromosome, then tell us this is a centromere. Yeah. So that's it. That's what they wanted. Simple. Yeah, as long as you have, if you didn't draw the shadings properly, ne? Corner beast, ne? Yes, it means that you lose 1 mark. So you keep on losing 1 mark. But if the labels, as long as maybe they are, how many marks is it? Is 5. Maybe they will give you 2 labels, any 2 correct labels, and then they give you the shading also. Then they give you a caption, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then giving you a mark for the correct what? Correct phase, meaning that it is under meta phase. So basically that is how it's supposed to be marked. Then we continue to the next question. I think, guys, you got all those 5 marks. Then we got the next question. Blood group. Blood group. Yes. We got the next question. They are saying that the table below shows the percentage of blood donor for each of the group in South Africa in 2018. They're saying that according to the data, yes, which is the most common blood group among the donors. If you come here, you'll find out that this is blood group A, blood group O. Yes, remember, even before even you look at it, we say that what is blood group which is regarded as universal donor, meaning that it donates more. It's blood group O. Even according to the data, it shows that the most common blood group that donated a lot is blood group O. So answer is O. Or you say blood group O. Name the type of dominancy shown in the inheritance of blood group A. Blood group A has complete dominancy. Why? Because it can either be capital A and then small a. This one is completely dominant over that. Yes, so it is complete dominancy. Hold the chromosomes to the opposite poles, as long as it has the word hold the chromosomes. Yes. Then they are saying that you did it by accident. All right, explain how is it possible for a man, even this one I said it yesterday, a man of blood group A and a woman of blood group AB have child with blood group B. You understand? Man of blood group A marries a woman of blood group AB, and then they have so if they say explain, here I think they will give you 2 different style. You can explain by writing either in bullet form or paragraph form, or you can explain in terms of genetic cross. And after giving the genetic cross, you conclude. Yes, meaning that you conclude. For example, you can say that blood group A and then blood group AB, meaning that you can say P1, you say phenotype, then you say that blood group A heterozygous, blood group A, because blood group A, yeah. So you can explain, or you can use blood group A, you understand, blood group A, and then crossed with blood group B, AB, you understand. Then the genotype, then you say blood group A heterozygous, then blood group AB. Then meiosis, you have blood group, let me just say it like this, blood group A, and then allele for A, and then allele for O, and then allele for A, and allele for B. And then after that, what do? You say meiosis, then you say these are gametes, then you tell us this fertilization, then you told us this is this A, and then this with this, you say A, B, then this with this, you say A, and then this is this, you say A, is B, and the recessive, this is offspring, and then this is F1 generation. So what was the question? Explain how is it possible for blood group, person with blood group A and a woman, yes, blood group AB have a child of blood group A. So this is possible because the man of blood group, therefore this is blood group B. So you can use this method, or yes. Did I ask the percentage? Nope. How is it possible? How is the possibility? Meaning that you have 25% chance of having a person of blood group B. Meaning that you can explain in terms of this, the cross, and then the recessive allele from the blood group A will be passed to the child from the mother. Was it a father or mother? Who is blood group A? A man. From the father will also join the dominant allele from AB, from the mother, meaning that the mother will give the child AB, will give the child B, while the father will give the recessive allele, and then when they join, you form blood group AB. You form blood group B. You understand? So you can explain in terms of the genetic cross, or you can explain in terms of writing blood form. Still, they will look for those points and then they will mark you accordingly. Yes. Then the last question on this. This question was a little bit simpler. Plot a bar graph of the data. This one, just plot the bar graph. Bar graph, you're supposed to put the caption. You're supposed to put the bars. They say that the table below shows, I say the ID. Meaning that the blood group is the independent. So this is a blood group. Yeah, he said ID, which means XY yesterday. And then they say that this is 0, maybe you say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then this is the donor. Then you put in percentage. You understand? Then after that, you start to plot blood group A, blood group O, blood group B, A, blood group B, and then blood group AB. You see? This you supposed to have equal spaces, you understand? Equal bars. This one must be indicated, and then this you say A, or this is A, this is B, and then this is A, B. Then you say blood group. Here you're supposed to say donor, then you put in percentage. Donors in percentage. You put the caption here. Some people, when they draw, they start on the x-axis, like on the y-axis direct. I hope they also mark it. They also mark it. Yes, but it's advisable to leave that space which is equal. But sometimes when this one is, they also mark it, as long as you leave a space there, and then the other bars, they have that space. So that is it. Question 2. We are winding up with the question 2. Then we go to the next question. Explain in words. I want to see how far. Question 2. Muscular dystrophy is a genetic disorder condition that causes muscles to weaken over time. It is caused by a recessive allele on X chromosome. Yes, recessive allele, meaning the dominant allele is this, resulting in normal muscle functioning. All right, they're saying that how many offsprings do have in individual one have? Offspring individual one, the same question. So those are the one, meaning that the answer here is 3. Genotype of 2, because they produce a kid who has it, and this is a female, therefore is X. X is a female, but they produce a kid who has the problem, meaning that is a small error, has a small error, and then this one, because this individual is normal, therefore is going to have a capital D. So that is meaning that it's going to be capital D and then X small d. Explain more males have. This is the same thing, and then I used hemophilia, meaning that X female, and then XY male. That females have 2 X chromosome. If a recessive allele of this disorder, yes, you mentioned the disorder, appears or goes on one X, it can, sorry, if a recessive allele appears on this one X, it can be masked by this dominant allele on the second X. So the individual is still normal, the one which we call normal but a carrier. But males have one X chromosome. If a recessive allele appears on the X, the individual is sick with this disorder. Don't just say is affected. Affected with what? You have to be saying it that is affected with the disorder. That disorder, yes, muscular what? Yes. We got the next question. Yes, the next question is saying, someone saying who about, oh, how about XDD? XDD, it can't be XDD. You know why? Because they produced a kid who is X small d and then Y. Meaning that how did they get this if this person is X capital D, X capital D? You understand? So this can't be applicable. That's why we say that is X capital D, X small d, so that this small d, yes, this X can go here, and then this Y came from the father. Yes. We go to the next one. Parent 5 and 6 plan to have children, another child. Use the genetic cross to show the percentage chance of having a child with this. You see, it's the same story again. Parent 4 and 5. What is parent? Another trick. I'm saying that. Just a moment. Guys, is the network fine? I just want to first confirm. All right. Yeah. Sorry, there was some bit of network issues. So they are saying that yes, genotype. Genotype in this case, what is the genotype here? You'll find out that the genotype here is 5 without a female, without this, and then meaning that 5 without that, crossing with the 6, a male without still the disorder. You understand? Then you go to the genotype. So you write it here in full, just that the space is too small. Let me this side. P2 F2 is saying that phenotype. Now we said parent 5. You tell me what is it here. Whereby the genotype, the parent 5, because they produce kids who are having issues or with the disorder, meaning that parent 5 is X, capital D, X, small d, and then crossed with parent 6 with X, capital D, Y. Then you go to the next, which is meiosis. Meiosis splits X, capital D, X, small d. Then here X, you go to the next, you start to cross. You can use the Punnett square, or you can just do capital D, capital D, then this and this, Y, then this and okay, guys, sorry. We are just switching the networks, because some people say that the network
Recording in progress.
they are saying that the network was not right. So I think the network is fine now. All right, we go to question number 3. Read the passage below and answer the question. Genetically modified maize, yes, bacterium, bacillus, yes, produces a toxin. It produces a what? A toxin. Okay, yeah. Produces a toxin that kills insect. Yes, this bacterium is used to genetically modify maize to certain to contain Bt toxin. This Bt toxin is toxic to the insect. Okay, describe how Bt maize is genetically modified to insect resistant. Basically, what they do is they have to remove get the what, the gene from the bacteria. Yes, then they insert it in the maize. You understand? So that now the maize starts to produce this gene, and then it is able to fight against this. For example, you can say that a Bt gene from this bacteria bacillus is inserted into a maize genome using genetic engineering. You understand? Yes. So we use a genetic engineering to do what? To 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 do that. So the gene of bacillus, the one which is resistant to or which produce the toxins, yes, is inserted into a maize using which method? Using genetic engineering. So removing the bacteria, the gene which causes toxin, inserting it in the maize, all those are marks, and then which using which method? Biotechnology, sorry, not biotechnology, genetic engineering, meaning that we manipulate the genes. As I said yesterday, that whenever you see that you are manipulating gene, you are touching genes, so the method you are using there is what we call genetic engineering, because engineers, they manipulate. Yes. All right. Explain 2 reasons why farmers might want to grow Bt maize. The reason why farmers, they want to grow Bt maize, first of all, remember Bt maize, we say that it produces this toxin. So this maize will reduce the pest damage. You understand? Yes. Also decreases the reliance on chemicals. You understand? Yeah. Chemicals, chemical like the insecticides, because it is resistant. You understand? Therefore, first of all, it's gonna reduce this maize from being attacked and damaged by the insects. That's number one. Number two, it's gonna, so it increases the yield. You understand? So it increases the yield of the maize. You understand? So the farmer gets more profits. The number two, you can also talk about the farmer not using the chemicals. You understand? Saving money. You understand? So you don't use these chemicals which you call the insecticides. So the farmer will be saving money. So meaning that you'll be making at the end you'll be having a lot of money which has been saved. So you explain. I'm not saying that this is the conclusive answer, meaning that you have other ways in which you explained it. You understand? And when they look into that answer stands to be correct. Is it clear? Yes. So that is it. Someone is saying 2.44. We did this 2.44, guys. We did the genetic cross here, and then we ended up having 25%. All right, then we go to the next question. Yeah, the phylogenetic tree below shows the evolution relationship between the sum of the species. Give the letter representing the common ancestor of all species shown in the phylogenetic tree. The letter is V, because everything goes there. This one, when it came, it's split. You understand? Yes. So they keep splitting. You understand? They keep splitting. Uh-huh. Then they're saying that if identify the species that is most closely related to old monkey. Old monkey, what is the most common recent ancestor of old monkey? What is the most? If you look at it, you have this and you have this. You understand? Yes. So this is a ancestor of old monkey. So if you go back, you'll find out that the most recent common ancestor is this, meaning that this monkey shared a common ancestor, the most recent, with this gibbon, meaning that this and this are most closely related. So the answer becomes the gibbons. Then they're saying that give a reason for your answer. Yes, we say that because gibbons share the most recent common ancestor with the old monkeys. The most recent common ancestor with the monkeys. Identify 3 species that share the common ancestor with R. So you come back here. R. This is R. So meaning that the chimpanzee, the gorillas, and the orangutans. Okay, whatever. So state 3 characteristics of upper limb that humans share with the group P. Group P is this. So upper limb here, guys. You are looking at what? You are looking at upper limb. Only upper limb, meaning that the four limb. So you talk about opposable thumb, you can talk about nails instead of claws, you can talk about free rotating arm, you can talk about elbow at 180 degrees. So all those ones, they're talking about the upper limb, meaning that they're talking about only this. Yes, and the others, but they are supposed to be linked to the forward limb, meaning that the upper limb, your hand, the hand. Yes. Someone saying human is correct. What is wrong? What is the most common recent ancestor? No, man. Yes, recent ancestor. You see? Why do you talk about human? How is human connected to this? No, recent ancestor. You see? Where they meet. Yes, meaning that those are the one which are most commonly related. But now these ones are, this one, if you look at this is most recent with that. You see, now this and this, you see, humans and that, you see, this and this, then this and this, you see, yes. So you see, and then now this and this, you understand? Then this is the far. Are you together? Yes, that's how we do them. All right. Then we go to someone even saying how humans. Yes. All right, guys. Sir, will you predict geography? Definitely. It's already out. It's already out. Geography is already out. Yes. So just in geography and then put Thundereduc. Right. Then they're saying that a group of researchers conducted an investigation to determine the influence of the type of milk on the height of children drinking milk. The investigation was conducted over a period of 7 years. All these are answers, you see, over a period of 7 years. From age of 3 to 10. They selected the 1,000. This is also, they might, because this is reliability. 3-year-old children are of the same age, you see, same age and gender. Children will children into two groups, splitting them into two groups. One group given 1 liter of milk to drink daily. Another one is given 1 liter of soy, yeah, milk to drink daily. Ensure that each group, you see now, why that? Why that? This will help us to improve the validity. Ensure that the same additional diet, similar daily activities, similar living conditions, those are factors which increase the reliability, the validity of the experiment. Provide milk from the same supplier also is a key point. Measure the children's height at the end of the investigation and calculate the average. This one also increases the reliability of the investigation. All right, identify. So you have the below table, okay, 10 years old, okay. Expected average height of a child on cow's milk, average height of a child on soy's milk. All right, identify the independent variable. You go back as I told you that you read the first statement. A group of researchers conducting an investigation. Who? That's the first. To determine, if they ask you the aim, then that's to determine the influence of the milk type on the height of children, meaning that milk type will determine the height of children. Or yes, so the independent variable here is going to be the type of milk given to the child, and then the dependent variable, it will be the height of the child, or the average height, because they're children, the average height of children, you understand? Yes, the average height of what? Of the children, because they say that on children's, yes, the height of the children is not one child, so they are doing, because they say the average, so average height of children. Now someone is going to ask me, what if I wrote the height of children? I don't know. It looks to be also correct. Some people are saying I'm skipping. I skipped what? Eh? 3 point. I didn't skip any question. Guys, did I skip any question? You skipped 3.25. Skipped 3 point. A. You guys, I don't know why. Maybe you are not, you are not listening nicely. I didn't skip any question. I answered that question, guys. All right. They are saying that name the type of variation displayed by the height of the person. Name the type, because you have short, medium, long, whatever, so it is continuous. And I told you that if you see a character which does not resemble you since you were born, now it's changing, then that is continuous variation. Your height, you're not the same height the same time when you were born, but the blood group you had it, the same type blood group is the same type blood group you're having now, meaning that that is discontinuous. But if it is changing, then if it keeps changing, then that is continuous variation. So the answer here is continuous continuous variation. Yes. Set 2 planning steps. If you talk about the planning steps, basically you select the number of children, ensure that the children have the same age, same race, same gender. You ensure things which you ensure that they, so make sure that you select individuals, yes, large number of individuals, large number of children, you understand? Also, number 2, you can say ensure that all children are of the same age, same race, same gender. They talked about them here. Yes, and I said that this is very important. Yes, they talked about them. Yes, yes, you see. Yes, they talked about them there. Meaning, and also they talked about them here, selecting a large number of individuals. So you are planning. You don't just find the kids and then you just do experiment with them. You have to plan for them. All right. Then you're saying state 3 ways in which the validity of this investigation was ensured. The validity of the experiment was ensured in 3 ways. Number 1, they talked about them here. Here. So meaning that the answer here is that number 1, they use the same additional diet, similar daily activities, similar living conditions. Yes, that was to ensure that the validity is done there. So this is also done. State 1 factor that could have negatively affect the validity of this. What will affect this? The genetics. Yes, you can be provided with all this, but when the genes are not allowing you, baba, baba, you can go to the gym, you do whatever you do, but the muscles can't do anything. The genetics is saying you are not going anywhere. Yes. You are the way you are. Yeah, that's the genetics. Oh, you can make your muscles, you can make your muscles, but there is that one muscle you can't make gym. You can't gym it, meaning that the genetics will determine its size. You understand? So the genetics will also interfere with this. So you can say that genetic you can maybe say genetic maybe predisposition. Yes, it can bring about that. I don't know how you put it. Maybe there is also other answers you can also give, and then it will be marked correct. But genetics, the genetic composition of an individual will also affect the results. How did the researcher ensure reliability of the experiment? The researcher used large number of individuals. You see here, large number, 4,146. The researcher, you see, guys, you're answering these things in past tense because the question is being asked. The questions here are being asked in past tense. So the researcher used 4,160 what? 64, 4,164 individuals, meaning that this is a large sample size of children. Then number 2, the researcher repeated the experiment for over a period of 10 years. Repeated the experiment, the researcher repeated. So you see, you repeated the experiment over a period of 10 years. You see that you answering it in past tense. Because how did you see all the answers are being asked? Give 3 ways in which the validity of this experiment was. So when you're answering here, you were supposed to say used the same additional diet, used similar daily activities, used similar living condition. So meaning that I told you when I was discussing about this question yesterday that this is the only question they mark grammar. If they ask you in past tense, you have to answer in past tense. If they ask you in present tense, you answer in present tense. If they ask you in past tense and you answer it in present tense, sorry, I don't know what they will say, but I will say for now, I'm sorry, because I rectified it, because I'm trying to say that it must be in past tense if it is asked in past tense. Let's go to question 3.7. State the conclusion of this investigation. The conclusion of this investigation, you see it here. You see it here. Which one was higher? So children with the who drank, because they said state the conclusion for this investigation, meaning that children who drank milk, cow milk, yes, Yes, they had a higher average height compared to children who drank milk on the children or the child or children who drank soy milk. You understand? So children who drank milk, cow's milk, they had more. They had what? A higher average height than the children who did drink the soya milk. You understand? So that is the conclusion which you can give there. I made a mistake on some of the question. Not that I didn't know the answer. Yeah, I know that those things happen. I know that those things happen. Sometimes when you are rushing, sometimes when you are under pressure, sometimes, yeah, those mistakes are there. Sometimes you can even think that I'm gonna write this and you end up writing something else. That's why I always say that if you do hear this discussion and then you get 50 out of 150, so you do yourself plus or minus 5 marks so that you accommodate there. So you might get more marks or you might get less marks. Yes. Sometimes we call it moderation. All right, let's go to question 3.4. Okay. The passage below describes the Homo erectus fossils. Evidence from fossils of Homo erectus show that they appeared in Africa about 2 million years ago. They spread among many parts of Asia. Homo erectus is the oldest known fossil to be fully bipedal. Yes, and human-like body structure. The brain size was smaller than that of human, and the prominent dominant ridge, brow ridge, was present over. Okay, I see something here. It looks to be good. They might ask you, describe how the fossil of Homo erectus are used to support out of Africa hypothesis. Remember, out of Africa hypothesis, we said that modern humans originated from Africa and migrated to the rest of the world. You understand? Yes, during the Homo erectus period. So how is this used? You have to tell us that the oldest, that word oldest is a mark. Oldest, that's what I said yesterday. The oldest fossil of Homo erectus, yes, was discovered in Africa. You understand? Which conclude that modern humans originated from Africa and then they went to the other parts of the world. So that is it. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what I said yesterday. This is what I said yesterday to support the out of Africa hypothesis from our distinction material book. You see, here is the answer. The oldest fossil of Homo erectus, yes, the oldest fossil of Homo erectus, the oldest fossil of Homo erectus. You see the answer here. The oldest fossil of Homo erectus was discovered in what? Yes, being found in Africa. So that word, the oldest, you see, the oldest fossil of Homo erectus, this word oldest is a marking point. You understand? Fossil of Homo erectus, yes, was found in Africa. You understand? Yes, so that's where you get a mark. Then we go to the next question. Describe how all other fossils used to support out of Africa hypothesis. So you come back again. Fossil of Adipithecus was Adipithecus were only found. This word only is a key point. Were only found in Africa. Then you come the fossils of Australopithecus. You understand? Now you tell us either you can say, for example, carabo, little foot, whatever. Then that's what I said even yesterday. And the Homo habilis were only, this word only is a key point, only found in Africa. That's it. Meaning that you guys, you're supposed to write that answer. So they just split this into just this page. They just split just this page into those sections. Right, then we go to uh another another question. Then they are saying that describe how the other fossoid use information in the paragraph regarding Homo erectus and tabulate. Tabulate meaning that you have to draw a table, the features that Homo erectus and Homo sapiens. They want the differences, meaning that you draw a table as I told you yesterday. That draw you put Homo erectus here, Homo sapiens. Then point number one, I say that Homo erectus, they say that it has a predominant pro ridge. Then you tell us predominant pro ridge. Then here you talk about it has no brow ridge. You understand? Meaning that then you talk about um, larger brain was smaller than that of human. The brain here, brain size, smaller brain size. Then you talk about large Homo sapiens, larger brain size. I think if you said if you said if you said cranium, maybe larger cranium for humans and then smaller cranium for Homo erectus could also be what? Could also be true. What observation of skull of Homo erectus would have led to science to conclude that Homo erectus was bipedal? So basically, they're saying over their eye socket. So here bipedal is linked because they are saying skull, meaning that the position of foramen magnum was it's moved a little bit forward. You understand? Not that forward than to that of human, but was a little bit forward. So meaning that it was in a forward position. There is no hope for 3.42. Why do you say that? Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. But we discussed it yesterday and said that, guys, this is how you're supposed to write. But I know that you can't get all marks. You understand? You can't. You can't get all the marks. I understand what your argument, but as long as you get marks which you are supposed to take, you are supposed to go. Because, right. So we talked about, so here you talk about the foramen magnum. Yes. 3.5 is the last question. 3.5 natural selection in wolves. In 1986, there was a huge radioactive disaster in this, and all humans immediately left the area because of the deadly high radiation. Animals exposed to this high radiation developed cancer. Oh, or died. At least 4 years later, 40 years later, scientists have been studying the wolf that live in this high radioactive environment where they are exposed to a high radiation. They found that these wolves have a mutation that make them immune to the cancer. I don't understand something here. We are in 2004. Hmm? Yes, 1986. When you subtract here, can it make 40 years? Why did they say 40 years? People in the group, can it make 40 years? Why did they say they said almost. Almost 40 years. Okay, right. Almost, yeah. Even if it doesn't make 40, then the statement makes sense. All right. Said almost. Cool. Thank you. So almost. So since they said almost, then it makes sense. Almost 40 years. Yes, later scientists have been studying the wolves that live in this highly radioactive environment where they are exposed to high radiation. They found that the wolves have mutation that make them immune to the cancer. Immune to the cancer, meaning that even if they have cancer, they are not able, it's not being affected. Yes, being affected by this cancer. So they just, you either have that cancer and you become immune to it, or you die. All right, what's a mutation? Is a sudden permanent change on the genetic composition of an organism. Yes, that is a sudden permanent change on the genetic composition of an organism. So we said, remember yesterday, that it can be gene mutation or chromosomal aberration. Down syndrome, we saw it already in the question. What effect does the exposure to sunlight, to high radiation, have on an animal? Here they talked about it. Deadly high radiation. The animal exposed to this, they said, develop. Yes, it will lead to the development of cancer or death. Using Downing's theory of natural selection, explain the development of immunity to cancer in those wolves. So what are you supposed to talk about here? I just wrote foramen magnum. Okay, as long as you wrote it. Okay. What is the story behind here? Remember this natural selection using Downing's theory. So what are we supposed to explain? The first point is to talk about variation. So there was variation among these wolves, isn't it? So you have to tell us what was the variation. Yes? Some wolves had a mutation, yes, that make them be immune to cancer. Wabona? Some had the mutation, yes, that make them immune to cancer, and the others didn't have no mutation. You understand? That make them immune to cancer. That's pointy. Point number 2, then you tell us that those which had a mutation, yes, they were able to survive. You understand? They were able to survive the radiation. You understand? Therefore, they reproduced in large numbers. They are able to survive the consequences of radiation or cancer, and then they are able to reproduce in large numbers. Therefore, while those without a mutation, they died of radiation or cancer. You understand? Then that's point number 2. Then point number 3, those which survive, they pass their genes to the next generation. Which gene? The gene of the mutant gene that make them to be immune to cancer. You understand? So since you talked about already the mutation, then it means that now they know. Meaning that the favorable characteristic of having a gene, yes, to immune these wolves from cancer so that they don't die, that gene is making them to be favorable. So that gene is passed to the next generation. You understand? I skipped that point. This is called natural selection because they said that one is no longer a big deal, and even they talked about it here. Yes, so they passed that gene to the next generation. After many generations, we will have high proportion of wolves with a mutation. You understand? A mutation that make them immune to cancer than those which don't have a mutation. So basically, that's how we are supposed to explain in that regard. Yes. What if you said immune to cancer and not mutation? Yeah, it could be correct because this question, it's a little bit wider. It will have different options. You understand? Don't be stressed. I say that I'm not you and you are not me. You understand? There are some questions which require you to explain based on the scenario which is there. So as long as he's linked to the mutation, those having the mutation, how do they survive cancer and how do they survive these radiations? You understand? So your answer is supposed to be linked to that, but you follow the principle of natural selection, the variation, the environmental condition, competition, yes, those which survive and those which die, yes, then the natural selection will come in, and then passing the important gene or resistant gene, or that gene which is favored to the next, or that character which is favored to the next generation, and then telling us that you have a high proportion of this individual who have the favorable characteristic in the next generation than those ones which don't have that favorable characteristic. So it's supposed to be linked to that. I will conclude by saying that I think the paper was fair. I know that question 3 is always like that, but if you look at other questions, because this question 3 requires you to think and write based on what you understand. Who got 130 out of 150? If you got 130 out of 150, 125, 120, all those are excellent marks. You understand? Those who got less than 120 still is good mark. You understand? And that good mark does not mean that I want 120, you also want 120. Even if I got 50, it still is fine, because 50 might be taking me somewhere which I want, and I don't need to have 120. But there are some people who want 140, 130, 100 and what? You understand? So all of us, we have different desires for these different marks. I thank you guys. I'm proud of you. Simu. See, sum. Thank you so much. Jordan, thank you so much. Chilas, thank you so much. I see you guys. Teki, thank you so much. Boti, it's me, Sparkstar. Guys, I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget that, tell your brothers, tell your sisters, there is this beautiful channel whereby they help students code Thundereduc. Thank you for so much. Now we are going to geography. We are going to geography paper 2, so that you guys will make you proud still in geography 2. You are going to geography 2 with the geography boss. Yes, see you in the next class. Agriculture science, we'll talk about it. There are some subjects which we have not yet started, but definitely we will come in. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking Thundereduc, and then thank you for liking, subscribing, everything. It has been M.SAIDI. If you have any challenge, let me know. Yes. If you have been a challenge, let me know. If you have an answer which is a little bit different from mine, sometimes is as a result of different thinking, but does not make your answer to be wrong. See you again. When? Does it mean that you guys have gone? Have not? I salute you guys in your future. Have a wonderful, beautiful life. Until we meet again. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. From January up to here, you have been wonderful.